fair, good, new. Right?
From like book
do you actually
rate?
Do you actually rate that?
Well, I mean, they seem pretty professional about it. So, and now the question is that like a log scale? Does it go up by half? So is half of good fair, or is half of good poor?
What?
I'm not following.
I'm pretty sure it's just linear. I don't.
Okay, so poor is half of good.
No, No, that's not what I'm saying.
If you say it's linear,
If good,
then it's
unusable,
poor, fair, good. So half of good
Oh
is
wait!
poor.
Oh no! Sorry, I thought good was the top one, so I was like, that's not how that is.
New.
So half of new is.
But it would
fair.
never be new unless it's new. Like after new, that shouldn't be.
I think it means good is new.
No.
No, that's not what.
No, good is not new.
Good.
Shit.
New is better than good.
Yeah.
It should have just been like great,
No.
or the condition, or like, I don't know. Why are we?
Yeah, we're going to go to the thing. Hello everyone, welcome to the Experience Podcast with me and someone else. And, okay, so Dan was trying to record something there, but we're going to cut that part out, because that's what gets cut for the song. Connor canceled on me a few hours ago, so I've been scrambling. I asked so many people, and then at the bottom of the list was Dan, and he said no.
I feel like you asked
and then
me
after
before.
that,
Yeah, you definitely
no, I asked Chandler first.
Then why did you still ask?
And then I asked you again.
Do you not feel confident with Chandler's ability?
No, I think we've been doing 3 or more the past few months, and I think that
It works
better
with more
than 2.
guests.
Like Connor and I can do it by ourselves, but it works better when we have a third. 3 is always better than 2. That's what they say.
I agree with that.
Anyway, Chandler and Dan are back this week because we're that desperate.
Yeah.
Chandler never has plans, and Dan moved his plans.
Dan didn't have plans.
Yeah, I didn't have plans.
Yeah.
He was
But
like,
like
nah.
who's more likely to have plans tonight?
Chandler.
Really?
I mean, actually, yeah.
Chandler.
Dan doesn't.
I guess Dan doesn't do anything, but Chandler doesn't have a life, so it's kind of...
It balances out,
Yeah,
but at
I
the
guess
same,
so.
it's like, I don't know.
Chandler does like 2 things.
But
Dan
like-
has the potential to do 5 things.
But he doesn't do anything.
That's what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? He has the
Yes.
potential to do more things. Chandler does more things, but he doesn't have that.
I couldn't do anymore.
Yeah, you don't have as many options. So
No.
that's the problem with this.
That's why.
Either
I'm
way,
gonna support
regardless,
it.
you're both of you. You're both not very busy overall in general.
No.
So it was very easy to set this up.
I mean, I have a physics midterm on Monday.
Okay, well we all have
definitely
stuff going
should
on.
study for it, but
I got a couple tests next week. You know, I'm doing this.
I mean, you know.
Actually, Connor was like, we can't record tonight. I have a test on Monday. And I was like, okay, I have a test on Monday and Tuesday.
It's like, what do you? But
It's Saturday. He's got a couple days. It just takes an hour.
just study, like at literally any other
I
time.
don't know what he's studying for. I guess organic chemistry, maybe. I don't know.
Organic
No,
chemistry.
well, that's a doozy.
Organic chemistry 2, so it's...
Yeah, it's...
Okay, I'm hoping this will record okay.
Electric
that's good.
boogaloo.
This thing
It's
was...
not electric,
The audio
it's
was
organic
spotty here,
chemistry.
so this episode could just get washed completely.
Well, that's fine.
That's naughty. She's got something going on.
How do you watch an episode?
I wanted to bring on Rachel again, but she's busy. Even though she lives upstairs.
I want to know how you would watch an episode.
How we would wash an episode or watch an episode?
Watch.
Well, it's
You
like-
can watch an episode. I mean, you can
You
just look
can't
at the
watch an
waveform.
episode.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah,
There's a
you just look
YouTube
at the
video.
waveform.
There's a YouTube video, so you could watch it. It's still the logo.
That's worse than watching paint dry.
Is it though?
It's not. You
Yes.
have something to look at while you're
The
listening.
best thing is I asked Joey Crawford, and he was like, hold on, let me pull up the exact text. It's complete BS. Hold on. I asked, hey, you want to come on? And he said, no, I'm not really, no, I can't really do it tonight. And then he said, oh yeah, I don't know. I said, are you free tonight? And he said, not especially, but what's up? I like how half people said that. They're like, we're not free, but what's going on? Like, nosy.
I mean, I don't know, because I mean,
What am I missing out on? That's
Well,
what one's kind of. I think Steven did the same thing. A lot of people did that.
Well, a lot of plans can be very flexible. It's like, I was going to hang out with my friends, but I can be like an hour later than I thought I was.
Chandler, I'm sorry, you got something going on tonight?
No, I don't.
Yeah, you didn't actually have friends to hang out with.
No.
Okay, sorry, Dan, what do you...
I like how you ask your other friends if they have anything going on tonight, and then you ask us, do you want to be on the podcast?
No, I said, I asked you guys if you were available tonight. Oh, maybe I didn't. Yeah.
Either
if you're asking me if I'm available,
we
I know exactly
sure
what you want.
Yes, you know what I'm asking anyway.
There's no formalities.
It's
you don't talk
also,
to me
I think
otherwise.
if you've been on the podcast before, you also know. Like, Joey Crawford has never been on, so he doesn't necessarily know I'm asking him to do this. It could be anything. And then, like, people like Steven Aceto, it could be one way or another. It could be the podcast. It could be just something else. But yeah, you two, we wouldn't, even Peter, I think Peter...
Tanner for
No, Peter I asked straight away, could you just be on the podcast? Tanner I knew was going home this weekend, so he couldn't do that.
Tragic.
He's got some appointment or something. Anyway, Joey Crawford, who we're calling out, he's got to come on next week. I said, Maddie said she could come on next week, so maybe we'll do that. He said, what is it? I'm curious, and I just said the podcast. And he said, oh yeah, I've been listening to it. Y'all should advertise. But yeah, I can't help out tonight. Sorry about that. He hasn't listened. We know he hasn't listened.
No one listens to this
We
podcast.
know he hasn't listened. We have the numbers to back it up. That Joey Crawford is not listening.
There's literally no one that listens to this podcast. I mentioned that I've done this, and none of them have asked to listen to it. Not a single person that I've mentioned like this.
You're like, hey, Chandler, what you got going on in your life? Why do I do a podcast? Okay.
No one cares.
What else you got going on?
No one cares. Literally, no one could care less about me.
Because we've been told this is good, like background noise. You know, you're in the bathroom. You gotta do something.
Exactly. It's like that's all it's useful for.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
But like, there are so many better
acoustics
things
make
you can
everything
put on
sound better.
when you're in the bath. There are so much better things you could be doing.
Is it though? This passes the time pretty well.
It does pass the. So I guess if you want time to go by quickly, do literally anything else, because anything else could be more fun and therefore pass the time faster than this. Anyway, that's a good way to. That's it. Never mind.
What?
Why am I here?
Yeah, why are you here? This
pass
whole
the
episode is
time.
going to be about why we're here.
Pass the time.
To
I
pass the
probably
time.
could have done something. Oh, I wanted to do one with just Owen, but he said no.
Oh,
He's like, you got to find something to talk about. I was like, Owen, you talk about whatever you want, whatever you like.
For an hour.
And he was like, no.
I don't think Owen's ever talked for an hour.
He hasn't. He's like,
I don't think throughout his life he has cumulatively talked for an hour.
so. That wasn't going to happen. We couldn't do that. That's like the most emergency plan possible, because he definitely doesn't have anything going on.
Yes.
He's going away next weekend. So anyway, let's catch up. Dan, go ahead.
Okay, so on the way over here.
Okay, Chandler, go ahead.
So on the way over here,
Oh, nice.
I told Chandler.
Dan told me a story.
Okay.
You should
So I
tell
guess
the
I'll
story.
tell it here. So this story was prompted by him not knowing how to get here.
Who? Use names. You can't use
Chandler.
pronouns on
Chandler.
a podcast. Okay.
Not knowing. We didn't come here with anybody else.
It could be
Chandler
anything.
not knowing how to get here.
I didn't come here.
Chandler,
with any
and
purpose.
let's remind people, who has been here before?
Chandler.
Chandler.
I have been here before.
Dan has not been to my
I'm
house
literally
before.
completely incompetent
Anyways.
with directions.
So Dan, who's never been here before, had to show Chandler, who has been here
No,
before.
Google
how to
Maps
get
showed
here.
us both.
Yeah, I mean, I
It's
could.
pretty easy directions. You just go north.
Yeah,
I mean, yeah.
but Chandler didn't know what all happens north of First Drive.
I literally like.
He's been.
I mean,
there
I've been
once.
down that road before,
First drive.
but like I don't.
You know, there's like a ton of buildings like in between First and 10th. Like
Yeah,
the whole Bible.
exactly.
I hadn't
he
seen it.
He didn't know that. So we're walking up here, taking the basketball route, which Chandler's taken a grand total of one time because he lives on East. And I guess we get onto the topic of
Wait.
Bud's
Can I
house.
stop you there? Chandler, you've only gone to the basketball. You gone to basketball once?
No, there's a specific route that West people take that sort of weaves somewhere
Yeah,
around.
You
this
live on
way.
East, is what
Yes.
you're saying. And so, how do you usually get there?
By a completely different way. I
You're
live.
coming from West.
No, he's coming from East.
No, I come from
That's
East.
all I'm saying.
I live
So
on
it
East.
should be the same route.
No.
No.
We came from West.
Oh,
get
you
to
guys
it.
today came from
Yes.
West. Oh,
Yes.
okay. I thought you guys were coming from East. So
He
Chandler
lives up
goes that
west.
way.
I wanted Village.
Why were
because
you?
North Ave
Oh,
is
you were
back.
already there. Okay.
Yeah, I didn't want to eat at North Ave, and I wanted to eat something, so I was like, let's go to Village.
Even though it's the same food, it's literally the same food.
It's
the same company
totally
that makes
not.
this. It's the same company.
But
it's the same.
Both- they're both
but Simple Servings always has salmon, and it's always good.
Okay, yeah, that food is different. They have different
Yes.
types of food, but it's the same company making the food.
Well, yeah.
Yes, but North
The
Ave doesn't
chicken-
always have the salmon, which is always good.
All right, fine.
So we're taking this
Chandler
basketball
wanted
around.
salmon.
That's
one.
the. At the end of the day, I just wanted some
Okay.
quality fish, but it wasn't even good. It was like weird and
No, I'll
slightly
tell you
soft.
what. You're taking What's this weird Go ahead and talk about the
So
weird
we're just taking basketball route, and Chandler doesn't know where Bud's house is, which is on.
Which
the
is red. You could
yeah,
see it from
I know
right here.
exactly, and I was explaining to him where it is, and that reminded me of this time before with the story that I told Chandler on the way here. And the story is...
Wait, no, hold on. Can I stop you? Actually, no, but seriously. I think you guys went the long way. You could easily just go up like Hemphill and just go straight down 10th Street. I think that's quicker from west. That's how you usually get to...
Like that's got some right angles. We need some diagonals.
Then you can take... There's like a small street right around the police, the new police station.
Yeah.
That's what we did.
Just go up 10th. Don't keep going down. Just go up to 10th and then just go straight down. I think it's easier. That's what,
easier maybe.
That's usually the route that I go when I go to West Campus.
Anyways, so this
The
story...
story.
With the story.
I was jogging at night, as I do, coming back
As you do.
across Burger Bowl on the little sidewalk in the middle of Burger Bowl when I meet some friends. These friends, one of his name is Mark, who Chandler knows,
Yes,
and some other people.
I know all of them.
Yeah.
But Mark especially.
Yeah, I mean, Mark's the guy.
Mark's the great guy.
He's a cool.
Mark, if
Where's
you,
Mark
you're never
tonight?
going to
Why
listen
isn't
to
Mark
this.
on the podcast tonight? Why didn't you bring Mark on? You guys are all such good
None
friends.
of them responded to me when I was like, "What's everyone up to?"
Well, I saw him this
Chandler, real question. Do you actually have things going on later tonight? You actually going to
No.
see friends? Okay.
Well, I mean, I'll probably figure out something to do. But as of right now, literally no one has responded to anything I've said, and so I'm probably just gonna.
Well, that's difficult. Okay, sorry, Dan. Go ahead.
No. So I meet up with Mark and his friend group, and they're wandering around campus late at night, as you do. So
Wait,
all
I'm getting the
I've
timeline
got-
wrong. This is like whenever, some other time.
This is
Not
like-
today.
No, this is like way back.
Okay. Yeah.
It's like first fall semester.
Okay. Sorry. Go ahead.
So I decide, sure, I'll wander with them at night because I mean that's essentially what I was doing, jogging anyway. So why not do it with people this time?
Okay.
So we're wandering around. I mean, this is on campus. So
You have nothing to do.
yeah,
Let's just wander around.
yeah, it's like a Tuesday night or something.
Oh
What else
my
am I gonna
goodness.
do?
Do your work. Do any work.
No. So he's taking them to this one building.
Wait. Did you say this one building or the Swan building?
This one building. I don't know the name of it. It's.
Okay. Is it the Swan building?
I don't know. I don't think so.
Where is it?
It's over on the basketball route, north.
This basketball route. I gotta take.
It's like behind the police station, but not really. It's like the building next to
Wait, the new
north-
police station or the old police station?
new old police station. It's next to the old. Well, not old. It's next to the north parking deck,
I think I know. It's
Yeah.
like part of GTRI or
Yeah.
something. Yeah.
and it's this big square brick building, maybe like 5 stories tall, and it's got this fire escape on the back.
Mhm.
And the deal with fire escapes is, from the bottom, it always looks like you can go up to the top, but that's often like onto the roof. And apparently, before, like a couple days before, Mark and his friend group had seen that the door to the roof was unlocked. So we were going up there to hopefully get on the roof of this building. But of course, as the deal with fire escapes is, it looks like you can get up there, but when you go up there, you find out, oh, the door is locked. I just went up this fire escape for no reason. Might as well go back down and find another high place to hang out in the middle of the night, as you do as a college student. But Mark is afraid of heights, so he stayed at the bottom. And he was like, we were just goofing around. So we go from there to the north parking deck, because that's always open and you can always get to the top and, I don't know, see the skyline or whatever and hang out, be hooligans as you do.
I'm so sad that like art group isn't a thing anymore. I'm so sad. I mean, it was never technically a thing. It was always trespassing, but like now they're actually enforcing it. It's tragic.
That was the architecture. lots of routes on campus you can go to and be delinquents. Anyways, we're at the north parking deck, and there's this guy skateboarding around or whatever, and Mark is afraid of heights, and some of the girls in the group are, hanging off the edge of the north parking deck. Not hanging off, but, sitting on the railing, because it's a big concrete railing, just being, like, dangerous, air quotes.
That's hanging off of it, isn't it?
It's not like they were on the outside. I mean, they were sitting on the very top.
Okay.
So, like, I have one push and they're gone, but
yeah,
it's not like they're a hand.
You
grip
could
away.
kill them. You just did.
And there was also this plank of wood that I think it was Chase who ended up doing the whole karate break.
Definitely
plank
Chase.
of wood.
It's definitely
It's just
Chase.
plank of wood on the north parking deck.
Awesome.
And then they get into the whole, like, you might as well have been like freshmen in high school, like stealing flip flops and hiding them around the parking deck and like, oh, where's the flip flop? Blah 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 blah. Immature stuff.
Is this story going somewhere? I don't know the point of this.
Trust me, it is.
Okay.
Trust me.
You're doing there's a lot of background.
No,
it's going literally nowhere.
There's so much exposition.
No,
to the story.
This is the story. This is the story. This is the story.
Anyways, nothing's happened yet. You guys just said you went to a roof. That's what it is.
So we're on this roof, hanging around. The skateboard guys skating around. We find this office chair, and of course, the great deal with parking decks is it's one big giant ramp. So you can be on an office chair and go.
Oh no!
Rolling down
the whole way,
all around. So we do that a couple times, and almost hit a car because.
Of course.
And then we find, the only cars that are in the north parking deck at night are the cars that have been there for months and are ticketed by PTS. So we find some of these, and of course they're covered in dust, and so we do some drawings in the dust. And about this time, I remember back another step in the story. Another time, I've been on the north parking deck late at night jogging. Because the north parking deck has stairs. When you're doing exercise, so you climb the stairs to do exercise, just like go up and down or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
This episode should be called Dan Tells a Story. Keep going, Dan. You're doing great.
So I'm climbing the stairs in the north parking deck late at night before the story. And I'm telling them during them, and this is a tangent before that I told them because the north parking deck is a weird place at night. Because there's one time that I had been jogging on the north parking deck up the stairs to the top. There was a group of old ladies with sticks.
Wait, hold on. Is this the same story as the previous?
This is
an anecdote.
Story within a story.
Oh, okay.
On top of the north parking deck, and there's like. Their cars, because obviously they drove here. It's like these bunch of old ladies with sticks hitting the ground rhythmically with their sticks.
You didn't tell me this part.
And I don't know. Like,
well, of course he couldn't. He didn't have like 4 hours to tell this. It was a 10-minute walk over here.
They might have been blind, and it was some like practicing with your blind people sticks. Like, I do not know. It reminded me of like a scene from Daredevil, the Netflix show.
Yeah, but that's like it's in a weird location.
Yeah.
It's like in a horror movie.
Anyways, so in the story within the story, I kept jogging and went home, and I told this to the people in story number 1.
Okay. The outer story.
Yeah. So we left north parking deck. Well, also north parking deck has this one elevator that is the creepiest elevator ever. It's like so sketchy. Like. You get in this elevator and you think, oh, this is the elevator that people die in. Like, this is the kind of elevator that just drops.
Mm-hmm.
Like, reminds you of the whatever haunted hotel at Disney
Tower
World.
of Terror.
Yeah, Tower of Terror, whatever. At Disney
It's a good
Land
reference.
or World. That apparently they're getting rid of and replacing it with the Guardians of the Galaxy thing.
What?
Well, they got money. Yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
go ahead.
And Mark, being afraid of heights, was also really afraid of this elevator.
Why was he at the top anyway? Should just stayed on the
He
ground.
was just sticking around.
Well, I mean,
with friends.
yeah.
That's Mark.
And if you're in the
That's smart.
if you're in the middle of the north parking deck, it's not like you're close to falling off of anything.
I'm not saying
So
that.
it's
I'm
a-
just saying I don't know why he didn't just say I'm gonna sit the whole thing out. I'll
He
catch
was
you at
he's
McDonald's.
the leader of the group. He's like
He's
the guy.
the leader. Oh, he's
Yeah.
a leader, but
Mark
he's
is
letting.
not the leader, but he's a
Okay,
very
maybe,
central
yeah.
point.
But he's
Yeah.
letting everyone else kind of do whatever they want in this.
He's
parking
not the
lot.
lead. He's very much not the leader. He's very much like there isn't really a leader.
Yeah.
It's very much like one unit.
Yeah, anyways.
Like if you find one of them, you're probably gonna find the rest.
Okay.
So
Do people still hang out?
So we do this.
Yes.
So we do this whole
Why
like
aren't you guys with them right now?
because we're here.
I don't know where they are.
Yeah. I mean, I saw
They
Mark
might be
this
scattered.
How
morning.
many people are there?
A decent amount.
At
10.
at the night it was
10.
like
That's a lot.
maybe 6.
Like that's
people.
like total. They're
Oh, but it's
usually
only
at least like 6 or 7
6
at
each
once.
time.
Yeah.
Okay. You rotate.
Then various people are out.
Yeah. So we do the whole trick Mark to get into the elevator, blah 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 blah
Classic.
blah. Yeah. And then of course we're all petered out, so we're like, all right, let's go to the hammocks on Tech Green.
Okay.
So we go to the hammocks on Tech Green, and well, to get
This
there.
is still, you could be making all this up.
He's not making it.
I don't think
no,
he
no,
is.
this is a true story. You can ask more.
There's so many
can
random
ask Mark.
details that it has to be.
I think Mark actually might like it, like doing this.
So we go.
But we won't be there. Just
It's the old Atlantic Street that's now paved over with brick because it's not a street and you can't drive cars on. It's
It
a
was
part of
never
campus.
really a street. It was always supposed to be that. You guys are
No,
too
it
young
was
for that.
definitely it was definitely a street at one point.
Yeah, but it wasn't meant to be like a mainstream like.
Before Georgia Tech was there, it was a street.
Okay, yes, but once Georgia Tech took over,
Okay, yeah.
which was a long time ago.
Well, it's like Hemp Hill used to go all the way to North Avenue.
Yeah, but that's different because Atlantic kind of was turned into like what it is right now. It's like a pseudo street. Like special events,
Yeah.
they let some cars go through.
I mean, if you look on the Google Maps, you can see where Hemp Hill used to be because there aren't any big trees there. Anyways, so we
Spent
go
a
up
lot
there
of investigating on
and there's a part of BioQuad with a retaining wall, and we go up on the retaining wall. Of course, Mark's afraid of heights, so he doesn't.
What do you guys? If Mark doesn't like heights, you should go to the Biosec Quad tunnels. That's something to do.
tunnels.
Yeah, there's a tunnel
Yeah,
system that connects
yeah.
those 4 buildings.
Well, you got to get into the buildings first.
You just
and
need to
that's
get
how-
into one, and
yeah.
then you can get into
And then
any
you
of
can
those
get into
4
any.
buildings. So you could just get lost through the tunnels.
Yeah, I know.
That sounds like a great
That's something that
idea.
Mark would like because it's below ground.
But he's also.
heights is not an issue.
I mean, maybe is he claustrophobic? I mean, is
Oh
that
my
why he didn't
goodness,
like
he
the
can't go
elevator?
Yeah,
anywhere.
that might have been why I didn't. I don't know.
Maybe
it's
he's
not. They're not that
claustrophobic.
claustrophobic. They're like normal size. Like the tunnel's probably the width
Yeah.
of my room.
Ah.
It's a pretty large
Yeah.
tunnel because they have to. It's mainly used for like it's so like all those chemical related buildings can have one loading dock. So they can move a lot of like
there you
large
go.
carts through. That's so it has to be wide. They're not like you're not crawling through tunnels.
I wish. That sounds awesome. Anyway,
So
as
we
you
go
were
to- so
saying.
we go to the
You go to
Tech-
the hammocks. Yeah.
Yeah, to the hammocks in Tech Green. And of course, there's people in the hammocks, so we wait a little while for people to get out of the hammocks. And while we're waiting, some of the girls go out to fill water bottles or go to the water fountain or go to the bathroom or something like that.
I'm just making
And
sure the mic's good.
eventually, enough of the hammocks clear that we go to the hammocks, and it's like a little bit cold. And I was in one of the hammocks for a while, but I got out, and there's chairs there too, so it's not like I was sitting on the ground or anything. To let some of the girls sit.
What a
I
gentleman.
had a good chat.
Wow.
Had a good chat with
One of the girls.
Andy,
No.
who I hadn't talked with for a while. About
Of course,
stuff.
of course.
Just like, because I didn't really know him that well by then, so I sort of got to know him a little bit. And there was like, of course, there's mulch there, so being immature people, like some of them were like just tossing mulch at people. Anyways, I looked down on the ground at the hammocks and see it's like a. At first, I guess I thought it was a rock, like a white rock. And then closer inspection was like, man, this is probably a piece of tissue. So I pick it up. It's not a piece of tissue. It was a used condom by the hammocks on Tech Green. And that sparked this whole, like, why on earth would you want to have sex?
Okay, let's stop
on
here. Is
hammocks
this
and
the
Tech
end
Green?
of the story?
Yes.
Why
That's
did
as
we
far as
need-
you got with me. I don't know if it keeps
Well, I mean-
going.
well,
Why do we
like,
need
other
all
than-
these other details? There's so many.
Well, this was such a long story to get to.
So
there
much.
was a used condom by the hammocks.
Well,
In a public setting.
I'll say, when I started the story, that part of it was not in my mind when I was first telling it to Chandler.
What was
I
the
was
cause?
And we were just talking about fire escapes.
No, we were talking about Bud's house because Chandler didn't know where it was. So I'm like, I'm going to tell him about Bud's house. And okay,
that's fine. But this is now the second time you've told the story, and you knew where you wanted to go, but you still started in the useless
from
part.
the very beginning.
Which I didn't suppose you didn't say. I woke up that morning and.
well, so the point of the Bud's house part of the story is while we were walking around on North Campus.
Today.
No. Before. On North Campus. Before during the story, I guess this is me telling a story about a story I told Chandler, which itself had the small story about the old ladies on top.
Which was not relevant. You could have skipped that.
But that was still a good story.
That was a good story because I didn't tell him that.
Yeah. Okay. Fine.
I thought I might as well share it, but the North.
You mentioned what you had for lunch that day. I mean that might have.
I don't remember.
It's
Anyway,
salmon.
the North parking deck. As we were walking around the North parking deck, talking with Mark about Bud's backyard because it's close to the North parking deck. It's like right there. Apparently, and you know when you tell somebody about something and they get this whole like giggly, oh, in our friend group we know all about that. So I mean, I didn't ask them, but my understanding is they've been back there, and there's a pool back there and all sorts of other stuff. But that was before when I was a little bit of an outsider to this whole group, and Chandler was more a part of the group than I was. So I assume Chandler's been in Bud's backyard. Of course, he hasn't.
Which sounds weird the way you say that, but okay.
Well, I mean, I associate him with this friend group, and this friend.
No, I mean Bud's backyard. Has Chandler
What, do you
been in
wanna say-
Bud's backyard?
I have not been in Bud's backyard.
Yeah, okay.
Well, would you rather say the
Speaking of
president's
Bud's backyard,
house
I was
backyard?
walking, or should I start from the very beginning?
Go whatever you want.
This morning I woke up and I was like, what do I want for breakfast? No. Okay, so we were walking, Owen and I were walking to 40 S&T, which is right across the street, but we had to go like around Bud's backyard
Yeah.
to get there, kind of the way toward the tennis courts. Kind of hook around. And as we were walking there, right on the street, right on 10th Street, there's red tape. It says, do not enter, danger. And it's pretty
Red
blocked
tape?
off. Yeah, it's not even yellow, it's red. It's serious. Red. And it says, do not enter, it's blocked off so you can't, it's hard to even walk around it, let alone drive. Because there's that little thing where like little poles to block people from driving straight through, but they can be lowered if you want to drive through. So it was blocked off, and Owen's like, no, let's just go through. And I was like, oh, I don't think they want us to go through. We walk through, and we see a guy in like a hoodie, and like I guess it was a little cold. So, he was wearing, like a hoodie and like a jeans maybe, and he had a metal bat. And I was like, and this was, I guess I should have started from yesterday, because yesterday we went out to dinner on West Campus. We were going to go to Bartaco. It was 2-pack. But the way we got there from here, we had to go down like the sketchiest street ever. And there were some people, look, I want to even admit it, that we shouldn't have walked down that street. And it was like 8, maybe 9, it was about 8 o'clock, so it was dark. Anyway, that's irrelevant. So we'd already gone down a sketchy street before. Now we're going down this area, which has danger, and we see a guy. We can't see his face, and he's got a metal bat. And we're walking toward him because that's the way we need to get to. And then he walks off somewhere else, and out of sight. And we keep going, and then we go right before the track. We see another walled-off area. Danger, do not enter.
Well,
It's
that's
the same
the other
thing.
side.
No.
No.
It's still facing this way. Hold on, because there's more.
It's
go. Right after
two layers of security.
It keeps going. And then we walk past it again, and then we not bumped into the guy, but we end up seeing the guy, and we're now very close, like 5 feet apart. And we see the guy, and Owen says like, "Oh hey, can we go through?" And he's like, "Oh yeah, it's fine. I mean, just be careful." And we're like, "Okay." we were like, "What's going on?" And he's like, "Oh yeah, there's a fox that's loose. And apparently, it's been like aggressive lately, and so we're just being careful." And we read the signs more closely, the danger signs. It also said animal rescue and preservation. This guy is not rescuing and preserving anything other than all bat. It's just a guy with a bat. He's not rescuing and preserving anything. We keep going, and then right before we hit 4, there's another danger do not enter. So I think it's like spaced out like every 20
It's just
feet.
preservation of human life.
It's, yeah. Well,
I mean, foxes can be rabid, right? So
I assume it was rabid. It attacked someone, I guess, last night or something. And this was this morning. It's like 10 o'clock. So I guess I don't know how they found out about it or whatever. But it's right there. And there's another sign. And he's just like, be careful. I'm like, okay, that's good. There's just a rabid fox just going around. No one's like, it's fine. I'm like, I don't know. We have one guy with a hoodie and a metal bat protecting us.
More scared of that than the fox.
I know. It was kind of sketchy. Just walking toward him. Anyway, sorry. That's what happened.
What was that other story I was going to
No.
So anyway, why would you have sex on a hammock?
not like... There was
No.
But disregarding the public
sex on a
place
hammock.
part of that.
The hammock part makes more sense than the public place part.
No, I feel like it just wouldn't be comfortable.
No.
yeah.
Chandler, would you rather have sex in public or rather have sex in a hammock? Assuming they're exclusive.
A hammock.
Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly.
Maybe.
Hammock makes more logical sense.
I mean, yeah,
why
I'm
would
just
you-
saying, but why would you want to do it in a hammock in the first place if you're going to do it in a public place?
Well, no, I think it's like, I don't think it was like they planned on doing it. It seems like, let's
very
go there
spur
late
of
at
the
night,
moment.
and it's like, wow, we're
The
on a
guy had a
hammock.
condom.
This is, there's plenty of people who have condoms just on them. Maybe it was like, maybe it was like they went on a date. The guy had a condom just in case he was going to go to her place or whatever, right? They're on the hammock. Things happen. Clothes fall off accidentally.
fall off.
Yeah. And then whatever happens.
It's like
Then
you
it's
couldn't wait to do that until you were in
Go to the
literally
club
anywhere
bathroom.
else. Exactly. They're better than the hammocks in the dead middle of Tech Green.
No, they're not
It's
in the
not-
middle.
yeah.
It's on the corner. It's
in the well-lit part of Tech.
That's what I'm saying.
it's in the middle of campus.
I feel like you
where
could,
anyone can walk.
I feel like at night you get away better in the middle of Tech Green than on the hammocks.
Because no one's going through
you can
Tech
see, but you can see that easily. The hammock, there's trees. Is this in the tree area? Like which some of these hammocks?
No, not the
hammocks by
tree.
cloth.
The trees, the ones by the. Well, I guess there are
There's still
some
some trees that
One's
are
closed,
covering.
they're cold.
It's like you'd have to squint. In the hammock, you sink.
You'd have to
down,
like
too.
stare. Yeah, you'd have to like stare.
So
at them.
it's not as obvious. They could just be lying down and wiggling a lot. Whereas Tech Green, you're seeing that full on because there's nothing. There's no tree line.
No, but at night
But at night, you're
it's,
not gonna like.
dark. You can't see. I get what you're saying.
because
Yeah.
there's lights over there.
It is
There
dark.
aren't there's no lights on either of them, are there?
There's
No,
not.
there's lights all around.
There's
the
lights
hammocks.
all next to them. It's very lit up, but the middle of Tech Green is not lit up at all.
I feel like you could still, if there's nothing else there, then your eyes immediately go to that. Where the hammocks, there's a lot of stuff going on. It's just like, if you see an empty field and you see one thing in the middle, you're gonna immediately, your attention's gonna go to that.
My point is, why?
Would you do it?
Why? Just could you not save it for like? Are you that?
It's a maybe it was a romantic thing. There was a.
I mean, I get, and some people. I know some people are into that. But
some people
still,
like that. Yeah.
Some people are. I guess so. But like, it's like.
What
It's
about
the
those?
danger of it.
But the real highlight of the story is
The woman with the sticks.
yeah.
That's really at the end of the day. It was the women with the stick.
the Daredevil wannabes.
Yeah. They were like doing
Are you
the-
sure it was rhythmically?
I think so. I mean, he might have just been like they were all like.
How old were these women?
Were they in a circle? Like
They
what
were
was
older
happening?
ladies. I want to say
They weren't like,
Like,
doing
at
drugs,
least-
were they?
I want to say like at least 60,
Just
How
in a
many were
circle.
there?
like 20, I think.
20?
Maybe not. Well, yeah. Actually, no.
It's a weird. What time? Tuesday.
This would have been no. This wasn't a Tuesday.
Oh, this.
The Tuesday night was the.
Oh, that's
story.
right. Yeah, that's the
Story,
outer story.
yeah. This I don't know.
How late?
But it was like
you were jogging.
most.
Because I'm
At
like,
most
if it's like Tuesday, like 6 p.m. Maybe
9
there's some like
o'clock.
group. You know, maybe there's some group that they do.
Anywhere between like 7:30 and 9 o'clock. I think.
That's getting a little. That's pushing it.
That's
for-
starting to get
for
weird.
like a group.
Starting to
do
get
something,
weird.
Like a group activity kind of
Yep.
thing.
That's.
Then it's like now there's drugs involved.
You sure?
Do blind people like see things when they like trip acid?
I don't think they see things. I'm not. Well,
No, but it depends on the blindness.
Yeah, there's people.
There are people who like their visual
Who are
sensors
legally
like
blind.
work.
Yes, who are legally blind.
Yeah,
but
like
they
they-
can
I'm
see.
sure. Yeah. But like,
they can see like
if you have somebody born blind who has no concept of vision, I don't think they'd see anything. I think they would.
No, but a lot of blind people who are like blind
ways.
can still sense light or dark. They just can't I don't know.
I mean, like if you close your eyes, you can tell there's a light over there.
Yeah, that's what I mean. So would they just get like these weird flashes of light and dark if they were like to trip acid?
I don't know those, but I'm pretty sure. Like,
Or would they
You'll
get
have to
like
ask
more...
a blind person that's been on acid before.
I'm sure there is a blind person who is.
Do you
on
know a
acid.
few?
I don't know any blind people, like personally.
Okay.
I know of blind people, but I definitely don't know a blind person who's tripped acid. Have either of you tripped acid? I know you have.
No.
You haven't done.
No.
Why not, Dan? Go for it.
There are also these traffic cones in the North Parking deck.
Okay.
It's the bypass.
And I think they had blue traffic cones too. And the blue traffic cones are
Why would you have
the
a...
best.
I've
Because
never
they're
seen a
for
blue traffic cone.
handicap parking. Blue is the
Ah.
color, right?
Mm-hmm.
Just a blue traffic cone. It's the best.
I want to steal it.
I think,
stolen
I
blue
think
traffic
green
cones.
is probably better than blue.
Why?
But I've only seen the green ones at the Grand Ole Opry Mall.
It's that mall.
Because I've been there 3 times. And
Including the one we went.
yeah. And 2 of those 3 times, they had green traffic cones.
But you didn't take one last time, right?
I did not.
You guys going on the trips?
What?
The trips?
Yeah,
What trips?
maybe. If they call my name?
Women's and men's basketball.
Yeah.
ECC
Oh,
trip.
no.
Yeah, I don't think I can go. Or I asked Owen, I was like, which one can you go on? He was like, women's. And I was like, I can only go on men's.
Tragic.
Well, all right.
No one's going.
No, I think he signed up. He already signed up for women's.
both. I hope they don't put me on both.
They won't.
Okay, good.
I don't think they've ever put anyone, unless they're like desperate for people to go to one.
Good.
But there's no like in the past couple of years, the men's has been in New York, so there's been high demand for that one and very little demand for the women's one, which has been in Greensboro for forever.
Mm-hmm.
And so like last year, yeah, we didn't have enough people going on the Greensboro one, so we had to pull people who weren't even in pep band.
Wow.
We brought in like Ryan Murphy and Nadia, who weren't even in pep band, but they're like, we're desperate. Taylor Girardi, I see, you don't even know.
Fair enough.
But this year, yeah, if you want
I
to
guess
go,
I've been to that mall 4 times.
Can you wait? So they have blue traffic cones.
No, green traffic cones.
But you said some. No, but I'm not talking about that anymore.
Oh, the North
I'm
Park.
talking about the North Parking deck.
Yeah.
I'm definitely
They've
going to take
got
one of
a
those traffic cones.
Well, I don't know if...
see,
I think it was only 1 blue traffic cone, so it might not be there.
You see, they're making a new parking deck there too.
They are?
Yeah, like right where the
Oh,
police station
yeah,
is. Yeah,
yeah.
which I think has an office building too. Like the
It
front
does
part
look
is like an
weird.
office, is what I think. I think someone told me like this can put some offices. I don't know what offices.
It doesn't
we
have a
have.
ground floor. Like, that's the weirdest part.
The parking deck.
No, the office part.
Oh yeah, that's why I don't understand what it is. I don't know if it's like
Yeah.
parking and transportation needs an office, or police stuff, or I don't know.
Or they needed another building and just added parking for the building.
They
So the
needed more
parking is
parking, I
secondary.
think.
On North Campus?
They need parking everywhere.
Well,
I
yeah.
guess.
There's literally always a need for
They can
parking.
use that for like basketball and other things.
That's what the North Parking Deck is. Does the North Parking Deck ever get full for basketball? I don't think so. It's pretty big.
I don't know. There's also this parking deck right where I live, which gets full for basketball.
Well, yeah,
People
for
can park there. Yeah.
I know nothing about any of these parks. Curran Street parking
Not
deck
a
is where
north
my
person.
car is.
Yeah.
What?
Not a north person. This is not as far as a lot of people think. This
Yeah.
apartment building. It's like across the street from the biotech club.
I figured that out now. I didn't know that before.
People like to complain like it's too far. I'm like it's across the street.
And it's too far from the CRC.
It's not. It's 10 minutes. How long is the walk over here using your famous basketball route?
13 minutes.
13. That's pretty good. That's closer than Chandler.
That's closer than where I live.
Yeah.
That is definitely closer than where I live.
It's like we're not close to anything here, but we're not far.
No.
We're close to basketball. Basketball is really easy.
Oh, yeah,
When we have
basketball's
gigs,
right there.
it's across the street. It's 5 minutes, not even.
Solid.
And volleyball too, I guess.
Yeah, it's not that bad.
That's pretty close.
I don't know. Where are we gonna live? Have we decided which one is gonna be like our top?
Molding is top.
Molding?
You guys have a group? You have
Yeah.
a squad?
It's me, him,
Mark.
Josh.
Oh.
And a friend
Josh
I know
lives.
from high school.
And a friend.
His name's Ryan.
Yeah, I don't know where I'm gonna live.
I live
Or who
in
I'm
Harrison.
actually, I could live anywhere. I just need to pick who I need to live with.
Yeah.
But it's, you know. Just maybe I'll just.
It took us a little bit because
Yeah.
we were trying to find that fourth person, and I just like asked Josh on the whim, and he was like, "Oh yeah, sure." Didn't even know. He doesn't even know Ryan. He was just like, "Yeah, fine."
Josh is one of those, like, he was sort of low on the list for me. Like, I guess Leo.
Okay.
Well,
This
Leo's
is
high.
now public.
Leo's higher on the list
Josh,
than
Dan
Josh
hates
for
you.
me. No offense to him.
What happened to Leo?
He had a room.
Oh, wow. So you were not high on his list.
I guess not.
Tragic.
This whole priority list, the circle
Problematic.
of people who hate each other.
I don't even know Josh's priorities.
Speaking of people with
He
priorities,
doesn't
so apparently I'm very low on my like. So I have this like little central node of friends that I tend to hang out with. They were going to Oahu
Tonight?
Yesterday. They were going to Oahu, and so I was just in my dorm, and someone suggested that we go to Oahu.
They're the same people?
No, these are different. They live more on east. The other kids live on west.
You have so many friend groups, Chandler. It's hard to keep up.
Oh,
Well, I'm like not truly a part of any of them. It's really sad. Anyway,
Okay. Well, that's the problem.
that is the problem. Anyway, it's getting too personal.
That's what the story's about.
Anyway, so Waffle House. Someone suggested we go to Waffle House. We have this whole group chat over. Someone suggested we go to Waffle House. So I'm like, great, sure. So I put on my coat and I walk over, and there's a little bench outside where most of this friend group is based around one dorm. So I just sit outside that dorm. I'm just like waiting.
This sounds like it's gonna get sad.
And
And
I'm just waiting.
It's really gonna get.
I heard
No,
this one.
it does, but it gets better.
Okay.
So I'm just waiting, and like 10 minutes pass. I'm texting them like, "What's up? Why are you taking so long?"
Mm-hmm.
They don't respond. So I'm like, if they're gonna take this long, I'm just gonna walk back to my dorm. I start walking back to my dorm, and then they text me, "We're about to leave." So okay, great. And then I immediately text them back, "Hey, I'll meet you there." And so I go back to where I was. I'm back within a minute. Like I'd only just started walking back, so I'm back within a minute. I wait another 10 minutes. They still haven't said anything. I've texted them twice, like, "I'm still waiting. What are you doing?" And at this point, what I think is happening is they're just like waiting around to go again, because that's usually what happens. Is like they just take a while to leave, you know. Like some people it takes a while to get up and start.
Are we pointing at Dan here?
No. This is just in general.
I'm not in this group.
You're not.
I just
Well,
think
you're
people that take
you
forever
know
to get
of
right.
some people in this group.
Is this Leo? Are we bashing on Leo?
No.
Leo's never been to Waffle House.
Oh.
Which is another problem. We
Yeah.
still need to like steal him one day.
No, but clearly he's not. You're not high on his priority list, though.
But it doesn't
I know,
matter.
he was talking about, like, oh, he's got this table tennis tournament and this other thing, and he has, like, no time for you.
He's going to Waffle House.
Either that or he's making excuses.
He's
not to
making
go to
excuses.
Waffle House.
I'm definitely taking him to Waffle House.
Everyone
Anyway,
has an hour to go to Waffle House.
so long story short,
That's not long. You've
Fine.
already gotten through the whole story.
Well, it's a pretty short story compared
Yeah,
to
It is a
it's
very
short
short
story, but
so
you can't say long story to
I'm
the
sitting
end
around
of your
waiting.
story that you've told fully.
I'm sitting around waiting, and then suddenly like Katie and Rose and like a bunch of them show up.
A third group of friends.
No,
At
this
this point. Yes. This
Yes.
is now a third
Yeah.
group of friends.
they show up,
friends.
and so I'm just sort of talking to them. And then they finally text me, and we're already at Waffle House, and I'm like, well, fuck.
How did
all
they
right,
pass
fine.
you? Is there only...
There are two entrances. I specifically said I'm at the front entrance, and they left out the back. And it's like,
these are symmetrical dorm buildings. You don't know which one's the front.
The front is your interpretation.
The back leads directly into a parking lot, and it's very clearly like the back entrance. Like it's very much a front to back. Anyway, I feel like they could have texted me and been like, "Where are you?" It's like, "Oh, wait, I'm at the wrong entrance. I'll go around and meet you." Sorry. It's like they could just ask. Anyway, I'm kind of salty.
Clearly very salty. You brought
So
this
I'm
up
like,
just to-
so at this point, I'm like, fuck it. I'm not even hungry anymore. So I start walking back, and then Katie's like, "Come chill with us," and so that's what I did. That's the end of the story.
You
My
guys all
friends
made out
abandoned
or
me to go
whatever?
to Waffle House,
How was it?
and then I hung out with other friends
This is
instead.
Chandler's story.
That's a lot. I mean, there's much more to the story, but I think that's all I'll go into it.
Kind of. What was the point of the story? You just got ditched by your friends and you wanted to call them out?
Yes, that's literally it.
Even though you know they're not going to listen.
Oh no,
Started
this is just
whole
catharsis.
episode talking about how
I'm just salty, and that this is just me. No, none of you are ever going to listen to this, but fuck you.
Oh, okay.
Yikes.
No, not actually. I like a lot of them.
Not all of them.
No, there are a couple people I don't know, but that's like.
Who?
not-
Which ones? Go ahead.
I'm not getting into that.
Well, they're not going to listen, so go ahead.
I'm not naming names, but there
So
are
the women
other
with the
distinct
sticks.
The story within the story, within me telling the story to Chandler.
Yes. This was a story about you telling me a story
Oh, my
within
goodness.
the story.
You know how long that took? That was like 40 minutes.
This was. Wait, 40 minutes of just him telling the
No,
story?
his story was about 30.
Okay.
I mean, someone can clock it. I that was a rough clocking, but yeah. By the time we were done, we were already at like 38 minutes. I was like, God damn.
It's 6:55.
Well, we didn't start on time.
Hey, we're giving you plenty of material to work with here, buddy. I don't
There's
see
no
why-
material here. That story was all meaningless. You could have started with the last
This
sentence.
podcast is meaningless. Life is meaningless. Nothing means anything. We're all gonna die. Like what?
All
Why
right.
am I here?
Well, Chandler's just the downer of this episode.
I'm upset.
Yeah,
Why
all
would you
these-
leave me to go to Waffle?
All these friend groups, and none of them.
None of them care though.
Yeah, because you started with the first
It's
friend
'cause
group
you
and already
didn't-
gone to Waffle House.
She didn't join them when they went to Bud's Backyard.
Katie and I eventually went to Waffle House, so I think that solves it.
Oh, just you two?
Yes, because
Interesting.
no,
They're not dating.
no.
Interesting first date choice. Waffle.
Katie
know,
literally
I'd
has a
do Waffle
boyfriend
House.
that is not me. I don't
Are
think
you
she
sure?
cares that. Yes.
Are you sure it's not you?
Yeah. You sure?
It's just.
What if she
Maybe I
said
just have like
specifically-
split personalities. and I
No,
just,
no.
like,
What
don't
if she
remember.
said specifically?
Is this part of the part that you didn't remember from Oktoberfest because you were questionably drunk?
Oh yeah, no, I do not. I don't remember what happened at Oktoberfest. I don't know if that's because I was.
I'm trying to remember if I saw you at that. I think I saw
was there. I know.
You. No,
I
I
was
know.
there.
I'm trying to think how much we interacted.
I don't remember interacting with you much.
At all?
No, I talked to Peter Tilley a lot of that time.
We interacted a lot at the first party. Or just a couple times. I remember that. I remember interacting with then. That's when Nadia was going around and doing it.
Oh yeah,
So, but this Oktoberfest, I don't remember.
I know I was there.
The
I mean, I saw
Oktoberfest-
you. I think I talked to Dan, maybe.
Yeah, the Oktoberfest thing came up because we were walking on 10th Street. And I had talked about it. I had never seen the Papa John's on 10th Street.
Now, when is this? Is this
This is today.
Today. Me,
Are you sure?
it's another story I told Chandler on the way here.
How long was the walk over
It
here?
was like 15 minutes.
No, I just told you. It's damn 30 minutes to tell it next.
Well, it took me longer. Because I didn't include the part about the old ladies when I
That part did not take 15 minutes. in
Yeah,
itself.
I don't know what you
Well,
were.
we were laughing a lot more. Anyways,
Papa
So-
John's.
yeah, so the Oktoberfest thing came up because I talked about I'd never seen the Papa John's on 10th Street before, and Chandler was like, "What? You've never been to Band Block?" I'm like, "Yes, I have. I was there for Oktoberfest, but the one time I was over there, we walked over there from around the paper building, and then I came back with you and Noah. Remember that?
Mhm.
When Noah was
Happy. Very happy.
It was very.
and he saw his old friend right
Mm.
at that house, and got into a chat
When was that?
when we were walking back.
Which friend?
When Noah was
I don't
drunk.
remember that part. I've walked Noah drunk back a few times now, so I got which one.
Oh,
With
What?
one with you?
Yeah, with me and my sister. I think was there too.
Okay, now I remember. Yeah, you and your sister was that?
And Noah saw somebody who we knew.
Was this while we were still before 10th Street? While we were still in Home
before
Park?
St. like right at.
Oh,
10th
now I
Street.
think I remember. Yeah.
Point is, he hadn't seen that Papa John.
Yeah.
It's really the whole point of the story is he hadn't.
It's not a great one. It has like the worst reviews ever on Yelp. It's
I-
like 1 star.
I have never.
That's like-
Why
it's
would
not
you go inside a pizza place unless it was like a sit down pizza?
No, it's like to pick up if you want to pick up because they have a pickup special where it's like half price.
Oh, okay.
So you should never get delivered. Maybe on East if you're desperate, I guess. But if you can,
I'm on East and I'm always desperate.
I mean, it's like 15 for a large
Yeah, because
one
your friends
top.
don't take
It's
you
like
to Waffle House.
it's like 15.
Exactly.
It's like 15 for a large one topping. It's like 8 for carry out. So it's not. It's yeah.
It's fair. I don't want to. I don't know. Papa John's.
Problem is
Domino's
also-
is just usually.
But also with the pickup, you go inside and you get them the thing and whatever, and they get your pizza. When in the summertime and warmer time, they don't do it now because it's too cold. They lock up at like 6 p.m.
Damn.
So they have like a little thing outside, or like a little tray, where they, like you know like a movie theater when you
Yeah.
they have that, and so they make you feel like a criminal when you want to go pick up your pizza. They don't let you inside. They like lock down. They have. And you have to like pay through the slot, and then they deliver your pizza in like a tray that they push through.
No,
It's like
I've been to a place like that before. This is in New Mexico, and there's like this pizza place where, I mean, it had a picnic area next to the pizza place, but yeah, you order at it's like a cookout, but if it only had the outside ordering area.
Oh yeah.
yeah, but still, they keep it open until like 6 p.m. when they determine that's when all the criminals are here, and they don't want to let them in.
Well, I mean,
Or on that midnight
Yeah, because
time,
they're
it could
gonna
be later.
steal all the pizza,
They're gonna go in and
Yeah,
rob them.
all the mediocre Papa John's pizza.
Exactly.
Papa John's can be good, but Domino's is usually.
They're both just okay.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
They're all just.
If you're ordering pizza, you're not looking for a great meal.
Getting fast food pizza, it's like
It's just fine. You get it because you don't want to make anything.
it's
else.
the go-to
Exactly.
catering.
I mean, I
Is
can't
it-
make food. We don't have. I mean, we have a kitchen, but it's not very good.
Mm.
Also, like, I don't know.
How much are you planning on making food next year?
More than I am now.
Yeah.
Definitely more than I am.
You won't have a meal plan, or you could have a meal plan. I guess.
I
don't
might
know.
have something, but not a lot.
I got sick of the Georgia Tech dining halls after like a week. So,
Whoa.
so I got off. That's fine. I cook some. I'll pick up lunch from like the student center, and then I make dinner usually. So that's just
That's
a good
fair.
split.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they won't have this student center in a year.
They're gonna have a substitute.
They're going to have. They're splitting. I think what they're doing.
First of all, they
is
have to. It makes way too much money. There's no way
The only reason they're changing the student center is so that it makes
to make
money.
more money.
I actually like hate it so much. Like
The
there's
current one or the new one that they're doing?
the new one because they're getting rid of under the couch.
And if they just
Well,
add Waffle
budget.
House,
They're never gonna add Waffle House to the student center.
what about? Yeah, I know.
They can't because of the structure of Waffle Houses. Like the Waffle House wants to be open 24/7, and the
Yeah.
student center just like they won't let they close the doors at whatever 10 p.m. or whatever. So they can't. So I don't know why people keep saying that.
But
Anyway, that's the show.
nah, fair enough.
I
I could get into a rant about how closing under the couch is garbage and I hate all of it, but you know what? We'll save that for another time.
That's you literally just said it all.
That's most of what I wanted to say. But I
They
could
could
get
easily.
into a more rant.
Okay, I think everyone agrees they could easily fit it in, but they chose not to.
They chose not to. It's awful.
That doesn't make any money. No, I'm serious.
I know. That's the only reason why they didn't include it. It's like
It doesn't make any. Unless they find a way to monetize it, which they won't, because the musicians network won't let them.
no, of
Which
course
is fine. But
No, I mean, no.
everything else in there makes money, right?
Yeah.
Literally everything else. The empty rooms make money because if a student organization wants
Yeah.
to book them,
Yeah, they have to
pay.
book it. Yeah.
They have to pay.
It's so dumb.
A Georgia Tech organization has to pay for a Georgia Tech room.
Yep.
Anyway, that's the show. Anything else you guys want to talk about before we get to Chandler's rants?
That'll
That'll be a special. We're gonna do like a Thursday special.
If you
Chandler's rants.
abandoned me to go
Yeah,
to
really.
Waffle House, fuck you. That's all I have to
And
say.
Dan,
And if you know anything about those old ladies on the
please send
please
Dan a
let us
message.
know.
And if you had sex on those hammocks, call in. Tell us why.
do that again.
Send an email to
At
Dan and
least-
Chandler
at least-
want to know @gmail.com.
At least
That's
throw
Dan and
away
Chandler
your
want to
condoms.
know.
Dan and Chandler want. That's our new podcast. Dan and Chandler
want to know. Yeah, that's their new
At least throw
podcast. The
away
Dan and
your
Chandler
condoms.
spin-offs.
Yeah, just like just get rid of it.
Yeah, I don't. This was on the ground.
Yes.
That doesn't make any sense. It's easy. Just put it in the trash can.
There's trash
There are
cans
trash
right
cans
there.
It's
Right
not like, well,
there.
now that we're done, just fling it anywhere. All right, catch Dan and Chandler on the Dan and Chandler Want to Know podcast, available Wednesdays at 6 a.m. Okay, goodbye.